I was going on a TDY, so I had to get home from work, take a cab to a place where I was going to be renting a car to drive 4 hours north for a TDY, and I left like a single lid to a Tupperware container in the sink. I knew my roommate frequently also used stuff in the sink. Unlike some of my other roommates that, was always fast food and everything, this one was also kind of into fitness, so he also had his own meal prep stuff. He would also use the sink to clean his dishes. I knew all of this, which means at some point over that weekend, he would have seen that single Tupperware lid that I left in the sink. I don't know if it was that Monday or if it was some later point in that week. We got inspected. Or they got inspected. The Army side did inspections on all the barracks rooms, and he was Army. I come back from this TDY. I get pulled into the Sergeant First Class that's in charge of our division's office, and he has his staff sergeant there, and I start getting chewed out about how I'm making an unlivable living situation for his soldier, and I need to do better, and blah blah blah, and I'm not above it, and et cetera, and chewing my ass out. At this point, I had very frequently done my roommate's dishes because I'm a clean as you go type person. I did my meal prep like on Sundays, so when I did my meal prep, I'd do the dishes and I'd do everything with it. And when he had a dish in there, I would do his dishes. I would put it away for him. I would clean up after him. I'd clean up his messes if he left a little bit of mess on the table, like in our little common area, if he left a little mess on the table or something like that. I didn't think much of it. I just cleaned up after him. It wasn't a big deal. So I get home later that day. I'm like, when he gets home, I'm like, your sergeant came to talk to me today. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. We failed the room inspection, but it was your Tupperware container. So he said he's going to talk to you about it. I was like, I get it. I get that I left a Tupperware container in there. I clean up after you all the time. Is it impossible for you to just one time see that I left a Tupperware container in the sink and think, you know what, I'm going to wash this and push it away for him? And dude just looks at me and is like, I'm not going to do your dishes for you, and storms off and walks away. He's like, after that, I stopped cleaning up after him, and his shit started getting a lot messier, and he starts throwing a hissy fit. It's like, well, the common area is both for our areas, so we both need to be responsible at keeping it clean. I'm like, I put my stuff away. I clean up all of my mess. It's like, well, I really think, it's a common area, so you should really help out. I was like, nope, not going to do it.